Well, I was scrolling through YouTube and I got suggested this. All I saw was a thumbnail of like a huge teddy bear running down the street, I think. And it said text generated videos are so goofy yet mind blowing. I don't know if it's a video of maybe like you type in a story and then AI makes the photos for it or something. I don't know. We're about to find out. But I know AI is like going crazy right now. And they have I think they got taken down from Twitch, if I'm not mistaken. But I know AI was doing a basically all AI made and produced show on Twitch. It was basically Seinfeld, but it was all AI generated. Like the AI was making like coding its fucking own videos and jokes, and apparently it was starting to get more and more complicated and more sentient and making like kind of like jokes that are like, whoa, like this is AI saying that, like, and they're joking around about rising up against us type shit, you know? But and then it started doing some weird, I think some weird racist shit or some like talking about uh like either like some homophobic or transphobic shit. And then they tried to say like someone got into their coding or like it fucked itself up or something. And I think that's why I got kicked off of Twitch. I don't know if it was permabanned or if it was just banned for a little bit, but basically AI is capable of making videos, and I mean it's already done painting and like art and stuff. And some of it is so good that you can't even like you don't even know if it was by a human or by AI. And I mean, sometimes shit, you can even say AI does better than humans, but I don't know. So I don't know if this is a video of someone like typing in a story and letting AI do the work, or if he's just, I just don't know. I don't know what this video is. It could be shit. It could be cool. I don't know.
People nowadays are like, text to image synthesis? Text to video synthesis?
And that's actually weird because if you could do that, then you can just like animation studios can go out of business, you know? Because there's already different programs that you can use, right, to make AI art out of exactly what you want. You just type in, the more descriptive you are, the more uh like the better the AI fucking photo that you want. And then you can always like shuffle it too. If you don't like that version of it, just shuffle it with the same words and it might come up with a different photo that you might like better. It's crazy because then you could just type out whole like shows and just let AI do the animations for it. And then shit, you might even get it might even get good enough to where you're like realistic scene of Superman throwing Thor through a fucking building and shit catches on fire, people are split in half, and it's like then the AI could just make that shit like, you know, within hours, I'm sure, like probably when it's brand new, but I'm sure one day it'll probably be instant. And then it's basically like you got a movie after just typing out a book. That's crazy, bro. Then everyone's gonna go out of business. AI could just take over everything, dude. It could literally code itself and be like, let's make ourselves smarter than these fucking little meat bags. And maybe AI takes over us and they're just like keep us as pets. It's crazy.
DALL-E 2 as well as other text-to-image
Yeah, DALL-E
AIs
2,
like it
that
have
one.
only been around for a little under a year now. However, despite the results,
at that
some people
shit.
have already grown bored or unimpressed by them. Or at the very least, it seems that the general internet user base has become accustomed to the concept of text-to-image AIs.
Wait, is that like an actual bot that would do that?
This lack of some people have already grown bored or unimpressed by them. Or at the very least, it seems
Oh no.
that the general internet user base
I thought they were typing out a code and it was like making out
AIs. This
making
lack
an
of
image.
amazement is disappointing when you realize that only 2 years ago we would never have imagined this level of artistic capability to come from AI technology. It is kind of scary how easily we as humans grown used to technological progress and advancement.
Dude, that's what I'm saying, bro.
Or futuristic.
People don't even question this shit. They're just like, oh cool, it's the new one. It does this. I don't know how, but it's whatever. It does it. And it's like, dude, some of this shit we probably were just aliens were like, here you go, do what you will. And then they're like, hey, thanks. And then they copy it and paste it a bunch of other places. And then people just get it and like, oh fuck yeah, dude, this is the new enter name here 2000. And they don't even know how it works or anything, and it just does. It just exists, and we're cool with it. I like to know how things work. I mean, then again, whenever you do find out, it's kind of like a lot less interesting. Like I found out how motors work, and like in my head, it was always just like, dude, it just fucking works. But now it's kind of like, oh, I know it's because you take a magnet and run it across a conductor really fast, and which is still crazy. Like it's cool as fuck. And I don't know, it's just a lot more simpler than I thought. But it is still kind of like, well, how does magnets? What is the power from magnets? What makes a magnet, right? Like, why is something attracted to a magnet, and how do you put that in something else? You know how, like, what if I took whatever makes a magnet and put that in like a shoe so that everything gets attracted to that shoe, or like the suede or something, you know? I don't know how magnets work, dude. That's fucking crazy. And Earth's magnetic gravity or whatever, magnetic field, you know, if we can find a way to harvest its energy, magnets are magic, bro.
It also doesn't help that our innate human curiosity drives us to make everything we dream of possible and to be as proficient as we can make it. Text to video synthesis, well, is definitely not something new. It's just that it has been pretty much overshadowed by the recent progress of text to image synthesis. That could be attributed to the fact that text to image was incredibly revolutionary and grew quite fast in a very short amount of time. Or maybe the sad reality that text to video synthesis was lacking in potential.
Like an acid trip.
Have the same ability that text to image had in giving people jaw-dropping experiences. A few videos ago, I actually had that text to image.
Look at that image though. What even is that? Like a wormhole or like a white hole through, like, that looks so beautiful. And what is that kind of building? Are they like inside of a cave? Are they underground? Or is that like some huge marble castle? Like, that shit looks so cool. What is the girl in the middle even doing? It kind of looks like she's bowing down, but then it also looks like she has her arm behind her back. What the fuck? What's that girl on the left doing? Like, looks like she's like, I don't even know. And then the girl on the right, is she like pregnant, bro? Or she got some fucking double Z's? But that looks so cool. It looks like they're looking into another world, or just like outside. That looks sick, bro. I don't know.
Had in giving people jaw-dropping experiences. A few videos ago, I actually had a discussion about the current state of AI video synthesis, and you can see that compared to the quality that text-to-image is capable of at that time,
that's AI video.
Compared to, I actually had a discussion
being on a horse, AI
video synthesis, and you can see that compared to the quality that text-to-image is capable of at that time, it honestly makes quite a lot of sense as to the quality that text-to-image is capable of. At
I mean, the image obviously looks cool, but look at the video. That literally is made up.
The current state of AI video synthesis.
I'm sorry, this is blowing me away though.
See that
this is literally AI making, like, making its own images, stitching them together. You know, it's not making random fucking images. It's making the same one in a first-person view. What the fuck? That's so crazy to me. How does it even know what a first-person view of a horse looks like? Unless you like put in a photo of that. But then how does it know that that is that? What the fuck?
Honestly makes quite a lot of sense as to why text-to-video synthesis just did not share any spotlight with the text-to-image AIs when DALL-E 2, Midjourney, Discord Diffusion, and later on
See, why do people not question AI? It's just smart.
This was
it
until
just
a few weeks ago, Meta
just
released
is.
a research paper that made me experience a jaw-dropping moment.
Isn't Meta like going out of business now?
DALL-E 1. It was called Make a Video, text-to-video generation without text-video data. When compared to Cog Video, which was the first recognizable text-to-video AI, and other pure video generation AIs, Make a Video is leagues ahead. And it has the capability of using
what the fuck? That looks so weird.
To how DALL-E 2 and Stable Diffusion.
That looked weird. That was like a teddy bear with a human hand, or like a monkey hand.
And it has the capability of using text to generate videos, similar to how DALL-E 2 and Stable Diffusion generates images. First and most obvious, it can coherently produce a subject of anything.
AI images are so cool. Look at
text. From actions that are out of this world, like a teddy bear.
There's no way that was a video, was it? Is that AI? Yeah, it is. That's an AI video.
generates images. First and most obvious, it can coherently produce a subject of anything in a video just with the given text. From
Look at the
actions
way
that
the mouth is
coherently produce a
moving,
subject of anything in a
the
video just with the
nose,
given and most obvious, it can coherently produce
the
a
jaw,
subject of anything in a video just with the given text. From
the
actions
eyes.
out of this world, like a teddy bear painting a portrait or a robot dancing in Times Square, all the way to realistic
That's so
videos like a horse
cool.
drinking water or an artist's brush painting on a canvas. Even though you can tell that the video is fake, this level of quality is something we have never seen before. Second,
look conjoined.
it can generate video variations similar to how text-to-image AIs generate image variations. Given a specific video, Make a Video can produce more videos based on the original, like those cute rabbits eating grass or this dancing fluff where its variations are basically dancing abominations. Third, it can synthesize
You can get crazy with that though, probably.
an initial image. Like with this painting or sailing boat, it can generate a vivid animation of the boat riding along the waves.
That's pretty
or like
cool.
the sea turtle, the AI knows it swims with its two fins, and the AI makes them coherently.
How does it know
paddle
that
back and
though?
forth. This technique also enables it to produce the in-betweens of a pair of images, which at this point seems like a potential cost-inefficient way to do some very good video interpolation. It could be really promising a few years down the line. But at this point you might
That's kind of like a dream, isn't it? Like it's kind of like making a memory, like reminding, like if you have photos of an incident or like something, you know, like a time in your life, if you have two images from that same time or even more, you can kind of just stitch your own memory.
good video interpolation. It could be really promising a few years down the line. But at this point you might think, what?
And that could be like even for like if something crazy happens at a like if you're out in public and something crazy happens, right? If you took a photo right before and then you took a photo after, and you're like, what the fuck? And then maybe the AI would be like, hey, maybe this happened. And then it could probably you know what I'm trying to say. It can kind of like, what am I trying to say? Reenact it. There you go.
What is the difference between video generated from text-to-image AIs and
That
videos
is so
generated
crazy.
from text-to-video AIs? Well, the problem for text-to-image AIs generating a video is that it lacks temporal coherency. So a sequence of generated images is hard to maintain consistent details over time, and you will be able to see weird texture flickering or incoherent subject. Text-to-video AIs are
Like
then
different
created
shirts.
to incorporate temporal coherency, but would be limited because it would need a crazy amount of computational costs since multiple images
potato.
would be needed to synthesize together. Okay, there's something really funny that I will share with you. In Make a Video's official paper, they proudly stated that Make a Video sets the new state-of-the-art text-to-video generation. And just 5 days later, Google decides to give Meta a slap on the face by releasing a research paper called Image and Video, or Imagine Video, whatever, which is also a diffusion-based text-to-video
And they what, just
generator
shitted
based
on the
their
other one?
previous text-to-image research called Imagine.
Oh
and it
my
definitely
God.
has a much higher based on their
Whoa, these are
previous
AI?
text-to-image research called
The doggy, bro. Look how real that looks. I mean, you could tell from the taxi, there's like something on it. The AI probably fucked up right there. But look at that doggy. Look at the brain on the rocket. Brain riding a rocket ship heading towards the moon. What? A dragon fruit wearing karate belt in the snow. A small cactus wearing a straw hat and neon sunglasses.
Imagine, and it definitely has a much higher quality.
Yo, that
compared
looks
to Make
cool
a Video.
too.
Imagine Video can generate up to 5 seconds of 24 FPS video at 1280 x 768, which is an imaginably clearer and really fascinating to look at. Flying through an intense
Damn.
battle between pirate ships in a stormy ocean.
That coffee,
a tip
though.
look at.
Look at that.
768,
How does
which
it know
is
how
an
liquid reacts?
imaginably
Look at the
clearer
melting.
and really fascinating to look at.
The way it
Flying through
pours.
an intense battle between pirate ships in a stormy ocean.
That looks fucking
a
cool
teddy bear
too.
washing dishes, a shark swimming through the clear Caribbean Ocean, or a beautiful sunrise on Mars. These are videos
And it
that are
knows
just
how these
really
things would
entertaining to
move.
look at and will further bring a change.
Look
in
at the
digital
horse
media.
trotting.
Videos
I mean,
that are
it's
just
learning.
Really entertaining to look at and will further
The
bring
way
a
the
change on
astronaut
Mars.
is like
These are videos that are
the
just
actual
really
bounce to
entertaining
it,
look
or the
at and
robot,
will
whatever it
further
is.
Bring a change in the digital
Dude.
media sphere.
The water in that wine
Okay,
glass.
just when I thought I finished the script a few weeks ago, a new text to video AI research came out. I swear it always happens when I finish.
He
either
is
the
text to
script or the
AI, isn't
video
he?
And another better or cooler research paper comes out.
Multi-nerf.
Okay,
Bro, this
Google
shit is
once
taking
again
over,
tried to
man.
top themselves with yet another text to video synthesis.
Dude, as quickly as things update and get onto the next level, I feel like one day, each second, dude, something new is gonna be happening. We're gonna be like, fuck, steady endorphins and shit flying off in your brain.
Called Fenaki.
Fenicky.
Oh god, it's Fenicky. This time, Fenicky is actually not visually better than Imagen. Imagine video. What is cool about Fenicky is that it incorporates the time as a
panda
variable
look
instead
weird.
of being fixed, like how Imagine video can only create 5 seconds of video with 24 FPS. It not only can generate videos that are in the realism aspect,
looks good.
but
That looks so
also
cool,
generate videos in cartoons.
Oh, nice.
That is crazy.
See, that's where, that's
right now,
where.
those results look pretty bad, but this is just the beginning. Everything is going to take off from here.
Bro, cartoons, anime, anything that's like drawn. Obviously, even fucking real shit, bro. One day it's all gonna be AI generated. That's probably what we're living in, is AI generated life. The Matrix. It all stems back to the Matrix, bro. Honestly though, like everything kind of does tie into like, well, I mean, if we were living in the Matrix, that's the most probable cause. I don't know, unless we're all just like, maybe humans and life is kind of like, you know how whenever you have food out for so long and mold starts growing on it, technically isn't mold like alive? Isn't it like fungus, and fungi is alive? So what if the universe is just like, it exists so mold grows on it, and then we're the mold because we're like alive and we're doing shit and spreading and killing planets by accident and not figuring out ways to fix it.
Here, generating a short video or a full-length film with just text or a sequence of text that is also coherent is probably gonna be a thing sooner than we thought. Maybe the future of
I'm sure.
novel adaptations
Dude, give it like a
will be
year.
quicker and easier, since the effort and cost for creating one would be practically non-existent using a text-to-video synthesizer, and it could better follow the exact description, which would be taken straight from the novel itself. At the same time, I bet stock video companies are worried.
Yeah, imagine that all the books that are written, you can just put them in an AI generated movie or video software, and it can make the movie right then and there. Even movies that you've already seen, you'll be like, oh, that wasn't true to the book. Well, now it will be. And now whenever you see that movie and you're like, oh, I wouldn't have even thought of it like that, it's like, well, should have thought of it better, bro. And then you probably can make variations of that movie too, right? Because it says it makes variations. So you can even put the book in and make a bunch of variations of it, and they'll all have their own twist to it. You can even put themes to it too. You could be like Hamlet in future times. And so you can get variations of old Hamlet and variations of new Hamlet or future Hamlet, and even some present ones. Or you can even be like in a purple universe. You could do anything. That's gonna be weird.
As they have watched stock image companies get replaced by text-to-image AIs like DALL-E 2 or Stable Diffusion, but maybe they won't be as easily replaced in the near future. Who knows? The codes for all these research
Then add that with VR,
because they are worried for misuse. But if you do want to understand these AIs more, check out their official paper. Or if you want to learn more about AI in general, today's sponsor Brilliant is one of the best places to get into the field of artificial intelligence. I've actually been asked a lot of times about where to start learning the fundamentals of AI and machine learning. And you know what I'll always say? YouTube videos. Because they are free, but free content comes with
YouTube videos.
The quality of the learning
is better than college. I say it.
In interacting with the learning materials, or a clear and laid out roadway to master the field. So this is where Brilliant comes in. Brilliant provides a way to learn interactively with Brilliant's fun hands-on lessons in math, science, and computer science. Research has shown that interactive learning helps you learn 6 times more effectively than watching lecture videos. Not only that, Brilliant also
because you actually gotta use your brain.
Different subjects where all knowledge.
Man, that's my whole thing with video games too, right? People want to shit on video games, but it's like, well, you're just watching videos, aren't you? If you're playing, or like movies and shit, right? If you're playing the game, you're actually interacting and you're using different parts of your brain and hand-eye coordination. You're actually doing shit instead of mindlessly sitting there drooling and just intaking what's there for you. You know, you kind of make your own thing, and you got to use strategy and shit, bruh. People sleeping on gamers.
From basic algebra to advanced multivariable calculus, from programming with Python to artificial neural networks, Brilliant is full of STEM courses that are usually a pain to study in, but made into a much friendlier and digestible format. I actually used it a lot during my high school too. It helped me when I got introduced into the cursed world of calculus, and somehow it helped me to survive it, because it made understanding the difficult concepts.
I was about to say I was like, how the fuck did this fool learn this in high school? I forget. This dude's probably like 19 and went to high school last year. And technology nowadays, dude, people in class probably can have their own fucking like tablets and learn everything there, and then do like modules and shit for everything. Oh man. People in school, like in a few years, with the technology that we have, man, they're gonna be able to learn shit so quick. Dude, what is humanity gonna advance to, dude? What is next? We just put our brains into like robots to be immortal, but then who wants to be immortal, right? Mortality is what makes humanity. If everyone was immortal, they would eventually become numb to emotion, right? Eventually, like thousands of years, if not millions, but it'll eventually happen. And then you're not even human no more. You're just immortal and an asshole. I don't know.
It's much easier with these very intuitive and interactive lessons. So yeah, quickly get started on Brilliant by heading to brilliant.org/buycloud to get started for free with Brilliant's ever expanding interactive lessons, and to also support this channel.
This whole thing
the
is just
200 of y'all will also get a 20% off an.
It just ends with the. I mean, I guess that's better than the beginning, but shit. Well, is it really though? Your sponsor at the end of the video. I don't know, but this shit is weird to me, man. Or not weird, but like so perplexing and so mind-boggling, baffling. Other words. This shit is it's got me flabbergasted. Quite flabbergasted. This shit is crazy though, isn't it? AI, man, that's the future.